When you buy a company, the way you should, in your portfolio or anywhere else, the way you should think of it is as if you've bought the whole business. Now, it's something Warren Buffett says, but people don't understand why. And if this is in your pension, it's incredibly important. The reason you should think of it like that is consider this hypothetical case. You bought some shares in Microsoft. Now imagine you bought the whole company and tomorrow morning you and I fly to Seattle for the board meeting. And sitting around that board are all the top executives and they talk about crisis in the Middle East, how they're going to generate profits, tariffs, problems out of the White House and so on. And then they come up with, as you would expect, a strategy for dealing with that. Now if you're sensible, you and I will keep our mouths shut around that board table and we'll say to ourselves, we bought this company for these people to continue to generate profits and do what they're good at doing. Why would we stick our oar in? Or put another way, as Steve Jobs once put it, why would you buy a dog and then bark yourself? The reason it's important to think of buying shares in a company as if you bought the whole business is that if you're not willing to keep your mouth shut at one of the board meetings, but suddenly think that you are some kind of strategic genius and you are better at running the company than they are, then either you should be an activist hedge fund manager, B, not be owning that company at all, or C, just think about another line of business. Little tricks of thinking like that are just as important as looking at price earnings ratios, cash return on capital invested, Sortinos, Sharps, alphas, betas, all of those other ratios as well. In fact, I'd almost argue they're more important. Do look at the link in the bio. Look at alpeshpatel.com/links to see more free resources as part of my campaign to teach 1 million people how to improve their investing knowledge and get a better outcome for their future in their pensions and for their families and their children. Thank you very much.